Harry Perryman nominates Collingwood as his preferred destination over Port. Let's talk about it. Before we jump in, hope everyone is having a wonderful evening. It is nearly 9 o'clock in the morning here. And Harry Perryman, I woke up to the news that Harry Perryman has announced, or he hasn't announced, but it's announced that he'll be joining Collingwood as opposed to Port Adelaide. Before we get into the video though, remember, memberships are still available. There's 17 of you now, which is just blowing my absolute mind. So thank you all for that. You can get them cheaper than the cost of an almond latte. Sorry about the noise because I'm outside. It'll be much appreciated, especially since I'm doing this full time now. Any help is so appreciated, and I love you all. But let's get into this video now. It's so nice knowing that someone has nominated Collingwood as their preferred destination club. Now, I talked about this a couple of weeks ago where I was like, I just want someone to nominate us, and Harry Perryman is that guy. Port Adelaide came really hard for him. By all accounts, they've been trying to get him to the club since 2020, which is crazy, right? And he grew up a Collingwood supporter. He's a big fan of Dane Swan, as you can see from this photo here, dressed up as him for one of the Mad Mondays with the Giants. But Port Adelaide had, by some reports, they had a 7-year deal there, $850,000 with a law of an 8th year, which is absolutely nuts. Collingwood have offered him 6 years. It probably will be around that $850,000 mark. But look, everyone's like, oh, he's not worth $850,000. He's only a medium, a mid-tier player, blah, 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 blah. With free agency, there's a free agency tax, right? People said this with Dan McStay when we were offering him $650 or whatever it was. But that paid dividends, albeit with, his injuries didn't help. But when he came into the team, he really helped us. With the free agency, you are paying a little bit more than they're worth on the open market, which is fair enough because you need to pry them out from other clubs. But what is so good about free agency is that you don't have to rely on trades or picks. So it's practically a free hit besides your salary cap space. And we do know that the salary cap is increasing. So $850,000 in the grand scheme of things might be the new $400,000. I don't really know how it's super going to work, but the salary cap is increasing, and $850,000 might not be as much as we think it is. And we get a midfielder in that actually wants to play at our club and is going to make us better. Now, Perryman, he's a bit of a Swiss Army knife, kind of like Will Hoskinelli in the way that he can play sort of anywhere you want him to. The Giants had him pegged at half-back. He doesn't want to play that anymore. He wants midfield minutes. Wasn't going to get that at the Giants. Definitely wasn't going to get that at Port Adelaide either with their star-studded midfield. Collingwood, comes to Collingwood, we're going to promise him midfield minutes. He's going to help Nick Dacos out. He's going to help Jordan DeGoey out, Jack Crisp, whoever else is in the middle. As that sort of defensive mid, but can get his own ball and disposes of it really well. So he's a good user of the ball. I think this is an absolute no-brainer to just give him what he wants to get him to the club because he's only going to make us better. Cal Toomey did say that this free agency acquisition of Harry Perryman is going to have ramifications for a lot of other clubs. Now, the Giants lose 2 of their players at the moment. So Isaac Cumming is going to Adelaide. Harry Perryman's coming to us. They're really trying to keep James Peatling as well. So I'm wondering if maybe we can pry James Peatling. I reckon that would be sick if Harry Perryman can get into his ear and say, come to the Pies, because we can offer Peatling more midfield minutes as well as that inside mid. He's definitely going to be an upgrade to like a Ben Hobbs type or a couple of other inside mids that are on the market as well. I'd love Matt Kennedy, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. I don't think Carlton are really going to deal with us. But if we could get Perryman, Peatling would be massive. I'd give Peatling 4 or 5 years. The only thing with Peatling is that you need to trade for him, right? So he's not a free agent like Perryman is. But now with Port Adelaide, they're in a bit of a precocious spot because they missed out on Cummings. They missed out on, they'll get Lukosius, and they'll miss out on Perryman. What happens to Dan Houston? Apparently, they don't want to deal with Carlton because Carlton aren't giving them what they're after. Does he stay at Port Adelaide? He was happy to stay at Port Adelaide, but wants to get home back to Victoria if possible. So does he stay at Port Adelaide? And what happens with Ollie Lord? Does Ollie Lord come to Collingwood? I think that would be insane. I still think that you need that pick 12 to get him there, to pry him out of a club that will probably have him as the second key forward at the moment, because who knows what's happening to Marshall. We know that Dixon's retired. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see if we can pry Ollie Lord out of there. But if we can get anyone of Perryman as a free, that's incredible, free hit. If we can get Ollie Lord, would be next level, because we need that young key forward coming through, and Ollie Lord is the guy on the market that we can grab now. There's been some talks about Cadman. The Giants aren't going to let their number 1 draft pick, Cadman, go out for nothing, because Collingwood, remember, don't have any draft capital. We're really relying on John Noble to Gold Coast and getting that pick 12, that high pick 20 if possible. But the news, Harry Perryman coming to the Pies, is absolutely massive. Let me know your thoughts down below. But until then, like, comment, subscribe, take family, take friends, take pets, and until next time, double checkers. I'll sweep you later.